Hi, this is Erica Garcia Abigail, and this is one of my Wellness Wednesday posts. And I figured I'd start bringing more of how to incorporate your doTERRA essential oils into your day-to-day life the way I do. And it's much easily said, and yes, you can conceptualize, okay, yeah, you bring it into your daily life, daily routine. Yeah, but how am I going to do this? And then everybody winds up like defaulting to their favorite like 10 or 15, and then they have a whole shelf of oils that they've never used, never touched, don't know how to use it. Maybe they smelled it somewhere and it felt nice or whatever, or it was part of like the free oil that month. And they got it and they just forgot to call me and say, hey, Erica, what's the best way to use this one? So I figured might as well start letting you into my life, my routines, and show the humanity of how you use them. So like I said, I have a shelf. I was just organizing my shelf. I'm staring at it right now. And I said, yeah, gosh, I fell into the routine too. So I'm actually going to put myself for the next few weeks on a look at your shelf, innately just grab 3 and use them that day or week. And then see kind of why those oils chose you. There's several different ideas of how to bring them in. And so I'm going to do the innate pull for the next few weeks. So today I pulled ginger. It's ironic because the other day I pulled it also. And then I pulled clove. And I pulled pink pepper. And I'm going to be honest, I've never used pink pepper. And it actually smells really, really nice. It smells like pepper, yes, but it also has like a very floral scent to it, which is actually quite lovely. And I'm almost now kicking myself like, why has this been sitting here for so many months when now I'm reading and it has all these great benefits? So these are the 3 I'm going to use today. Again, I love to do the on the bottoms of the feet with my fractionated coconut oil. I like to do it at night, but again, if I'm working from home that day and I know that I can be barefoot for a few hours, I'll do it even in the morning because you never know how it's going to help, right? So 3 drops of each, getting them in. You want the fractionated coconut oil because, the oils go through our dermis, and it's fine if you do it neat, right? You can do 3 drops neat, but that's only like 3 little baby drops, and I put it in and okay, right? But when you do the fractionated coconut oil, look how much more surface you get. So you actually get more of the benefits. So it's not like we or anyone who you're speaking with wants to sell you fractionated coconut oil. It just works. It just adds to the benefits because you get to spread it out more. It stays on the dermis longer, So that's it. I only did 1 foot because I'm demonstrating, but I have on my hands, so I'm going to put it in. And you really want to get it on the feet. You want to get it on your spine, back of the neck. You really want to get it so it can really go in. And I even sometimes will sit there and just massage it in my hands. Think of reflexology, right? In your hands and in your feet and all those beautiful nerve endings. And it really just gets through. And then I'll, kind of rub my feet together. So that's it. That's my application. But here's the fun thing. This is why I picked up these 3. I didn't know why. But now that I'm reading, I now know why, right? So what I always do is I refer to my books. My books are all around me. I'm using my Modern Essentials book because I don't pretend to know everything and I want to make sure I'm using them safely. I have my Basic Essentials book. I have this Essential Oils-Natural Remedies book that I reference, or today I did. I also have my Emotions and Essential Oils book. And I have my Modern Essentials Living book, right? So I'm not sitting here making anything up. I'm not making any claims. There are no claims here. But the doTERRA oils are certified pure tested grade. They're beautiful oils. They go through all of the testing that the company feels makes sure that it's safe. They are harvested safely. They are just wonderful, wonderful, really beautiful oils that really give you such wonderful assistance and support to really optimize your life. That's really what it is. So I'm going to go one by one because it was really fun to see why did I pick up ginger, clove, and pink pepper today. So let's do ginger first, right? Actually no, let's go in alphabetical order. So we'll do clove, then ginger, and then the pink pepper. So let's do clove. So clove, let's see, according to the Essential Basics, clove has beautiful, warming, spicy, protective type of qualities. Yeah, totally does. And I'm going to flip through all of them, actually. It'll make this video go faster. So the botanical family, it's part of a shrub and the trees. The extraction method is steam distilled from the buds and the stem. The common primary uses, according to the Modern Essentials book, is for supporting those that are working with, obviously, their physicians and their therapists, whoever is their part of their team to guide them. But for it has properties to help with liver cleansing and those with looking to balance their hormones, hormonal balance, supports fungal, it has antibacterial properties, so it helps with fungal infections, blood clotting, cataracts, degenerative types of concerns, rheumatoid arthritis types of symptoms, thyroid dysfunction types of symptoms, lupus, toothache pain, any types of warts and wounds and viral infections. So it seems like it really is wonderful to support any types of programming or methodologies that you're using that, with your physicians. It can help support whatever it is that you're currently doing. So dilution is 1-to-1. So it'll be one essential drop of clove with 1 drop of the fractionated coconut oil. If you're going to be putting it the way I did on the skin, right? If you're going to diffuse, it says diffuse with caution because it could actually, if you have too much, maybe irritate your nasal membranes. So just do 1 or so. You could also use it for cooking, at least the doTERRA oils. You can use it for cooking. Let's see what else. So it says it's antibacterial, antifungal, anti-infectious, anti-inflammatory, anti-parasitic, antiviral, antiseptic. And so yeah, it historically cloves were used for skin infections, digestive upsets, intestinal parasites during childbirth. The Chinese also used it for diarrhea, hernia, bad breath, and bronchitis. The French used to use it for impotence, pain, plague, toothache, wounds, parasites, memory deficiency. Other possible uses is that it's valuable as a drawing salve, so it helps pull infection from the tissues. So if it was me, I would totally, whenever I'm not feeling too good or whatever, I'd probably maybe rub some on my chest if I'm feeling a little mucusy or whatever. Maybe here might, you know what I mean? So think about the logic, let's maybe a drop here, with sinus infection, cloggy, that kind of stuff. Sinusitis, yeah. Didn't even get that far. Stings, bee sting, any kind of insect stings, hepatitis, leg ulcers, vomiting. Yeah, I guess for the digestive properties, right? So these, the smaller Essential Basic books, let's see if it adds anything to it. Immune booster, liver and brain support, circulation, hypertension, thyroid and metabolic support, infection support, smoking addiction, mixed with black pepper. Believe it or not, I have pink pepper here. Viruses and colds. For your emotional balance, it's typically used to get away from feeling very dominated, and it just helps you feel supported. So when I read that, then I run to my other book, the Emotions book. So what is clove? We're still on clove. So clove Let's see here. It's the oil, according to this book, it's the oil of boundaries. It supports individuals in letting go of the victim mentality, feeling overly influenced by others and outside circumstances. It's so funny because this morning in my personal practice of meditation, I was using the mantra neti neti. It's so crazy. And neti neti means not this, not that. Meaning whenever feelings come up and, I don't want to resonate with those titles that you're giving me and I said this morning, the periphery stuff, right? I want to be at peace. And am I feeling the feelings of what other people are trying to put on me, or are they actually really my stuff? Neti neti, neti neti is a great mantra. So guess what? It's ironic that I pulled these three, especially Clove, right after my meditation. I must have still had that energy going. So it assists people in letting go of patterns of self-betrayal, codependency, and reconnecting with their own personal integrity. Wow. Yeah. So it's a great companion oil to ginger. I don't know how instinctually I picked that one up, but I did. With also helichrysum, melaleuca, and coriander. Beautifully, if you inhale it straight from the bottle even, or diffuse it when you're working with the emotional stuff. So I think when I'm done here, I'm going to wind up throwing a few drops of each of these three in my diffuser for the day. So there you go. I had it topically, and then throughout the day, I'm going to be smelling it, helping with my olfactory system, going in through here for my memories and distilling all of my emotional stuff. And that's how you incorporate them into your life. So you can't get it on your body. You can diffuse it, work the emotional side of what you're working with. So that's kind of, there's so much more we could get into, but I got 2 more oils. So that's, oh, so here's the fun one. In the Modern Living book, I love it because this is all the recipes that you can actually use with your oils. And it's already fall season. People are starting to bake more, do these roasts around Thanksgiving. You're going to be doing these in Christmas, and you're going to be doing those like ham glazes, those big hams or whatever. We don't do pork in my house. But I would be remiss not to give you the honey essential oil ham glaze. It's actually on page 80 in this book. So it is 1 cup of honey, 1 teaspoon of dry mustard, 1 drop of the clove essential oil, 1 drop of orange essential oil, and 1 toothpick of cassia. The instructions are you'll combine all of the ingredients in a glass bowl, stir them until well incorporated, drizzle the glaze over your ham for 20 minutes. Before it's done cooking, return the ham back to the oven, cook uncovered for remaining 20 minutes, and if you desire, you can leave some of the reserve and drizzle the glaze over the ham when you're serving it. So it is the honey essential oil ham glaze. Clove, orange, and cassia essential oils. Here's the picture. It's actually really pretty. Here is the recipe. You can take a screenshot if you're allowed to. If not, get the book, right? So there you go. Now that's how you can actually get them off your shelf and start cooking with them too, the ones that you have. Ginger. Boop, boop. So ginger, according to the Modern Essentials book, this is the 10th edition. Yeah, 10th edition. Ginger, quick facts, right? It is that root. I love when I see them in the store. I'm like, boop, I always grab the big one. I use them when I'm juicing. I always take my piece of nib. You always see my juicing videos. But according to the essential oils, again, it's steam distilled right from that root. You can diffuse it or inhale it directly from the bottle. You could also take it in a little capsule. You could use it for flavoring when you're cooking. It could be applied either neat, meaning right on the skin, or you can dilute it with the fractionated coconut oil the way I did. It's 1 essential oil drop to 1 coconut oil drop, or carrier oil. Let's see, what else? The chemical constituents, the properties are, it's very antiseptic, laxative, stimulant, tonic, and it's very warming. And everybody knows ginger's very warming. Historical uses. Anciently, it was the esteemed spice recognized for the affinity for all digestive concerns, which totally makes sense. I like to diffuse it, and I would suggest diffusing it like when you're feeling a little nauseous or a little motion sickness-y kind of, you know what I mean? You can diffuse it in the air. So I always have this one when I'm traveling, just in case. You never know. You could be on a boat. You can be on a flight that has a little bit of turbulence, and now all of a sudden now your belly's, or you're just nervous and you're like your belly. So I like to just, like quickly do a little, do one of these. Sometimes I'll do a little drop right here just to keep it there. doTERRA actually sells really good cough drops that are made with the ginger. What else do I personally use the ginger for? Yeah, rub it on my belly if I'm not feeling a little digest. Sometimes I'll put a drop in my tea. Yeah, I'll take my fresh mint leaves and then drop like one drop in my tea, and that just helps. It's also I'll do a drop of tea in my On Guard for the immune boosting effects and supporting, especially now in the fall and just because of everything that's been going on. So let me bring it back. So French medicinally used it for like angina, preventing contagious diseases, cooking, diarrhea, flatulence, impotence, scurvy, tonsillitis, all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, you can probably gargle with it. So basically the body systems that it really supports would be digestive and your nervous system. So those are how it's used. I use it, like as also a rinse. So I actually in the mornings, I oil pull with coconut oil, and I do like that for like 20 minutes. And that's an old method that's been practiced since India for many, many, many years, Ayurvedically. And so now that I think about it, I could probably add a drop to my little my oil pull mix right there. So safety data is that it is photosensitive. So what photosensitive is there's certain oils that when you're putting on your dermis, you have to really make sure you wait like 12 to 14 hours before going in the sun. You don't want to get like any kind of, you'll have some photosensitivity concerns, and you just want to make sure that you use them safely. So be sure to use your oil safely. So that is from the Modern Essentials, from my small Best Essentials. Ginger is warming, accelerating, stimulating. Yep, totally. It supports even when you have a little bit of like muscle soreness and spasms and cramps. You could dilute it and massage it for, to support alleviating some of your discomfort. Again, loss of appetite, nausea, motion sickness. Yep, I had already mentioned that's how I use it. It can be supportive for those who like, I guess, the motion sickness, vertigo types of sensations. You can put a little behind the ear. I do that for my husband. I put it behind his ear. I think it helps him. He won't admit it though, But yes. Brain and memory support, right? Again, I guess it's very stimulant. Probably wakes you up if you're feeling a little foggy-ish. I can see that. Heartburn and reflux with a little bit of lemon oil. Hormonal like sugar imbalances, it can help support that. And then emotionally, it helps you aromatically and topically, helps you from getting from apathetic to really being activated and stimulated. And again, I think it could probably, seeing that, let me see what it says in the book, in the emotions book, but I think it would actually even support, like if you're feeling a little melancholy, right? It's going to stimulate you. Okay. Yep. According to the emotions book, right? It is the oil of empowerment. So it has no reservations. Its purpose is to really help you, get the person in the present moment, participate in life, being really active. It addresses deep patterns of like victim mentality, when you're feeling powerless and believing like that everything's outside of your control. But isn't that odd that I just finished telling you that the clove, where's clove again? Clove was the oil of boundaries that I naturally pulled. And then I actually pulled ginger, which was the oil of empowerment that helped with feeling powerless, getting out of those patterns of, when you're feeling stuck. It's so ironic that I pulled the two oils that really, really complemented each other. So when you do something like that and you notice this pattern, then you have to sit there and go, wow, there must be something going on that I innately pulled these oils that I need to work with. And then just take a moment, maybe meditate on them, be like, wow, what's going on outside of me that is actually affecting me, that I somehow need the support of creating some healthier boundaries, that maybe whatever's going on outside of me is actually stumping me. And it's like, without even realizing, it's making me disengage and just like kind of go into a cave or whatever. And then now these oils were like, let's get you out of that. Let's get you out of those patterns. Don't fall back to what you used to. Just like, boom, let's like stay present, live your life. This is how you engage. So yeah, I'm going to be diffusing these all day. It's just wild, but that's just nature, right? We're organic. We're part of nature, and yeah, makes total sense. Ayurvedically, just so that you all know, ginger is tridoshic. So meaning whether you're Vata, Pitta, Kapha, it's going to help support balancing all of them. So that's actually a really good thing too. I could do another video on the general basics, conceptually understanding and embodying Ayurveda. Just let me know in the comments and I can probably do one of those for you. Clove, as well as pink pepper, as we move into pink pepper, because I want to hurry up and get this video done with. The pink pepper and clove are Kapha and Vata supporting. So it's always fun to work with those two. So if you already know your Ayurvedic predominant dosha, then if you're kind of imbalanced, then you have your oils. You can grab one of those oils and wear them, use it topically, diffuse it until you're feeling back in balance. So that's the way to go. I don't have too much information on pink pepper. So I'm just going to read from the Emotional Basics book and from the Modern Essentials book. Although it really is sweet. I should probably do a little bit more research on it. And then I'll probably become like the pink pepper, rah, for the next month. Actually, like I said, I think I'm going to use these oils for like about a week, because thinking back what's going on in my life in this present moment, there's some rumblings going on in different areas, work, business, relationship, not relationship, my home, inside my home. It's ironic. It's not here, but it's like in the periphery stuff. So like you sit there and you're like, whoa, yeah. Nature is talking to me, the universe, it's very serendipitous. So pink pepper. Pink pepper is steam distilled from the fruit. I'll show you actually what the fruit looks like, because like I said, it's a brand new oil for me. Kind of pretty. And the properties are antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, antiviral. It's a diuretic. It's a stimulant also for digestive. It's also an astringent, just like the other ones. It's just so wild. Historically, according to Leslie Taylor, ND, it says virtually all parts of this tropical tree, including its leaves, bark, fruit, seeds, resin, and its balsam, have been used medicinally by the indigenous people throughout all of the tropics. So I really got to look into this one. The safety data is that it can irritate those who have very highly sensitive skin, so be careful. And consult with your physician. And like I said, consult with your physician for any kind of modality that you want to enter into in your normal routine. Like I said, I respect doctors and all that they offer and all that we have at our hands. I just am also from the vein of, I also love going back to nature and using, the Eastern, combining the Eastern and Western modalities. And I always use what works for me, but you need to do what works for you. You need to do your own research and you need to be mindful. Don't try to overdo anything. You don't want to get yourself sick or put yourself in any compromising positions. Also, do not stop any of your medicines if you're doing, if you are on a specific regimen, and speak with your medical providers, they are the ones that support you. These oils are just to continue to support you organically. And that's how I'm just showing you how I bring them into my lives. I'm not making any claims of any types of cures, because there is no claims of cures. They are supporting you organically in your systems, all of your different body systems, to live optimally. Okay. I just want to make sure I always remind all of you to definitely make sure you consult with everyone who is supporting you on your health routines. Getting back to black pepper. Let's see. Aromatic influence. It has a warm, spicy aroma, which helps increase alertness. So again, it's going to work beautifully for the rest of the day with my other two. It says it is regarded as safe for human consumption. So you can do that one drop. You could actually do one drop of the pink pepper into a full tablespoon of honey. I guess for, maybe some throat support. Let me see. It's definitely not for children under 6. So use caution and use much greater dilution if you're going to be using it with any child. Let's see. It can also support those that are dealing with some bronchial kind of concerns. It can support leveling off, high blood sugars, gingivitis, gonorrhea, gout. Any type of general inflammation, hypertension, heartbeat stuff. It's a good insect repellent. Any menstrual disorders, like those that have like a little bit of excessive bleeding, you can probably rub some of it right here, and it'll kind of support what's going on in your abdomen. Warts and wounds, tumors, ulcers, swelling. So it'll be really good to rub like in the belly area. So with the ginger, so with the clove. It'll be a beautiful like support here. And even if you don't have something currently going on, sometimes when I see something like this, and I didn't ask for these 3 to be combined, I may combine them, may do a little here. I'm not feeling anything right now, but I'm supporting my optimal health. And if all of them happen to have all of these properties, I would be remiss. I already have them out. I already have my oils here. Take a few, rub a little here, just to support it. Keep it at its optimum. Listen, I'm 51. So, we got to keep it together. All right. So from the Basic Essentials book, pink pepper. Pink pepper is used for eliminating, clarifying, and let me see, lymphatic, candida cleansing, the big C, those that need support. And it says you can do it multiple times a day for like just feeling bloated, poor appetite, gassy, like those that have symptoms of like what are those, like digestive, like Crohn's, diverticulitis, like those kind of illnesses. It can help support whatever those symptoms, like the uncomfortability of it. Pain med addiction. Whoa, that's what this is. It's not me. PMS, menstrual. Yeah, it's all here. Respiratory, bronchial, poor circulation. And so emotionally, or aromatically and topically, it helps you from feeling impeded and like in that cave. And it helps you become much more aroused and stimulated. Again, holy, I could not have planned these 3 any better. And there you go. Invigorating, purifying, always use caution. Like I said, it's a stimulant. So in this book, it actually says, avoid use around bedtime. Probably because if you're very sensitive, it may stimulate you and you may stay up. Who knows? I don't know. I would love your questions or comments. This is kind of new to me. I want to make sure that I always remain compliant. So that's why I don't post any of like my own personal kind of recommendations or whatever. I'm just purely reading from the books, telling you how I use them to support myself and my own optimal health. This is kind of new for me. So let me know. Did you enjoy this? Because I did, right? And now I'm ready to go. And I'm nice and dry. Now I can put my socks if I wanted to. And I could go on with my day. So this was your real life ginger, doTERRA clove, and doTERRA pink pepper educational quickie. What I'm going to do is I am able to create like a link. If you wanted to purchase all three, what I'll do is I'll put it here, down here in the comments or in the description. This way you could go straight to my page. You can order your 3 oils. If you have any questions, absolutely comment here, send me a message. If you want a one-on-one for yourself, because you have some concerns that you want to keep private, we can totally sit down. If you wanted to like have a fun intro 101 class with you and your friends and family, or your girl gang, right? Definitely email me. I do free 101 introductory courses all the time. And because I get calls from different areas of the country, I do them on Zoom. It's actually fun on Zoom. So let me know how I can support you and your oily journey. And this is the real life way of how I use them in my life. Talk to you soon. Bye.